Whoa, this is the Illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. Baby Al's a boy. It's official. Pretty excited about that news. I had to wait to hear the news. The hologram went to the ultrasound today, but at work, my iPhone got destroyed by the radio. Apparently, it didn't like the tune that was on, and the radio fell off the bathtub we were framing out and destroyed my phone. The song that was being played was Weezer's Troublemaker. Ironic, right? But the radio killed the phone. So of course, I'm an iPhone guy. My entire life's in the iPhone, and I was running blind for about 8 hours. I went down to the Sprint store, and they basically just were like, here's your new iPhone 6, and your bill's less, and have a good day. I'm still kind of tripped out about the whole experience, because I went in with like envelope of money, because I figured, it's just the name of the game nowadays, right? But no, I had a bunch of upgrades and stuff, and you'll wait to see. It seems too good to be true, right? They just can't be that good to be true. You just walk in and they hand you a brand new phone and hook it all up and like, later. So whatever, dude, I got to stay in contact with the world, right? Especially since I'm having a baby boy. Apparently the hologram's sending me some video footage from the ultrasound right now, and I will attach it to the end of this video. I'm super excited about the whole thing that's going on right now. But yeah, kind of tripped out about the iPhone 6 and the universe. That's what the hottest. I was sitting in the thing. I was all bummed at first, right? I was like, oh, I just destroyed my phone. What a drag, man. And then I sat and I got all quiet for a moment, and I was like, all right, God wants me to have a new phone. I've been running around with the iPhone 4 or whatever for long. The screens were destroyed. It was all cracked to pieces. It hardly worked. And so I sat there and was like, okay, dude, God wants me to have a new phone. And you know what? I'm fortunate enough where I have the resources where I can afford to get a new phone and not sweat it, right? Because it was funny. The hologram and I were talking last night about, it suddenly dawned on me, is like, at a certain point, she's not going to be working, and all my expenses are going to like quadruple overnight. And I was like, whoa, that's radical. And we were talking about the phone bill, because she has a different provider, and her phone bill is like always super expensive. And I'm like, dude, we got to get that under control. And it dawned on me, I was going to have to pay her phone bill pretty soon. And I was like, whoa. And then I started thinking about all the other bills I'm going to have to pay. And I had that moment of like fear, right? Not fear, but just like, whoa, how am I going to pay all this, man? It's radical. I got car payments. It's one of those, like the quickening. My friend Melissa always sent me an email about the quickening. It's like everything's just getting so radical and growing exponentially. It's like, yeah, of course, dude, I'm getting more bills. Like my life's just exploding at the seams, dude. And like with every step forward, there's just like another thing just comes in to fill the void, right? And take care of everything. And that's what I was sitting back last night, and I was sitting back this afternoon. I was like, have faith, right? Have faith. It was all meant to be. You're writing the script. You're in charge of the script. So just like let it go, let it be what it is, let it happen, right? I applied the whole principle to going and getting the phone, man. Like I said, when I got my first iPhone, I think it was like $800 out the door with the plan and the whole thing. And I walked in and, I kicked it and I showed him my phone. He's like, you want a new iPhone 6? I'm like, well, how much is that going to be to get me out the door? He's like, nothing. You have a bunch of upgrades. And I was like, well, how much is it going to be a month extra? Because I don't, there's always something. He's like, nothing, man. In fact, your bill's going to go lower. And I was like, whoa. Because I was talking to the hologram last night about going back to flip phones. I was like, well, we might have to like cut our expenses and go back to flip phones. So anyway, I just called her because I've been out of communication all day, and the hologram probably worried, and I was a little worried because I want to know what's going on with baby Al and the whole ultrasound thing and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, I'm pretty excited, dude. I'm having a boy, dude. That's pretty crazy, dude. A 9-year-old girl, a boy. Wow, a baby owl's a boy. That's epic. And so she gets on the phone with me, right? Because I finally called her, and she's like, "Oh, what's?" She's like, and I go, "Well, they gave me an iPhone 6 for free." She's laughs at me. She goes, "So you didn't get a flip phone then, huh?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude," because she knows. Like, as much as I talk a good game of going backwards in technology, like, why would you go backwards with technology, man? Like, it doesn't make any sense, right? Like, the government's watching your phone no matter what phone it is. But that's another story. Who cares about the deal? Anyway, here's the footage of Baby Owl coming next.
Ear.
Ear.
Heart.
You have his
And now
hand
he's not
in his
moving.
mouth?
Next stage. Look at.
Look at you. His hand's moving.
Ow. See, this is his back. Neck, heart, ear. Let's see if we can get his face.
Show us your face.
No. That's the legs.
His legs all moving.
Let's see hand.
There's his face. Here's
Yeah.
heart.
Mm. That's his peepee.
Huh?
See, that's his peepee.
That's
the penis right there?
Uh-huh. Oh, he was yawning just for a second.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh, you got
Oh
it.
my god, I got that. Wow.
Here, you should. How long is that? The tape.
I can text it too.
You can?
Yeah, I can text.
Here's the heart.
Uh-huh. No, he's quiet. Your bladder is empty.
So he's not as moving. He's not moving
There's
as
more
much.
space. He's sleeping.
Oh, he's because he yawned. Now
Mhm.
he's asleep.
Look at he's so quiet.
First time he's been quiet in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.